Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by for yet another video. I do appreciate that, and as always, I appreciate you. So what we have here is a quick update to the Thomas Fire, the California wildfires. Now it says with more than 8,500 firefighters doing battle, this is California's largest wildfire response. As the Thomas Fire entered its third week, the scope of the inferno continues to inspire awe and generate horror. A wildfire had grown to 270,000 acres and spurred over 104,000 people to flee their homes, authorities said. Now, more than 8,500 firefighters have battled the blaze, the largest mobilization of fire crews to fight any wildfire in California history. The firefight has so far cost $130 million. Now, this is the third largest fire in California history, but it is likely to become the second within the next day or two. So, I mean, and they also go on to say, I mean, this is what kind of is crazy to me. It's like officials don't expect to have it contained until January, and some experts say it's possible the fire could end up as California's largest. So they're expecting this thing to continue to grow and grow over the next couple of weeks even. Not only into the second largest California wildfire since records have been kept, and I believe that's since like 1932 or something like that. Don't hold me to that, but I believe that's when they started keeping records there. But not only is it supposed to grow into the second largest fire, it may even grow into the largest California wildfire in their history. And it says the battle is far from over. Well, obviously it's far from over if they don't even expect to have it contained for at least another 2 weeks. Now it says winds are expected to calm down Monday and Tuesday to 10 to 20 mile an hour, which will look tranquil compared to the weekend gusts, said Kathy Hosix, a meteorologist with the National Weather Service. Now increased humidity levels and low winds are expected to aid firefighters, but it will be a short respite as strong winds and low humidity are expected to return Wednesday in Santa Barbara County and Thursday in Ventura County, Hoxie said. So again, here you see some of the mandatory evacuation areas as well as voluntary evacuation areas. But this, it's just an insane event, if you will. And it's so far from over. Again, my thoughts first about to everyone is, I'm just thankful that not many people have lost their lives in this fire. For as massive as it's been, and even the 5 other wildfires that were burning, that I believe most of them are contained at this point or out. But it goes on to say that a fire like no other. Many firefighters said they've never encountered a situation like this in their careers. Many are on 3-week shifts, so because containment isn't expected until January, they know they'll be working on Christmas. Now, one of their colleagues, a fire engineer from San Diego, was killed in the fire lines last week. For firefighter Jake Ilium, the timing of the fire is bittersweet. He is proud to be able to protect the community and homes, but misses his 1-year-old daughter. He reflected on it Saturday while protecting homes in Montecito. He said, "Today was her birthday party. I FaceTimed her earlier." So again, you got to think too how all the first responders and firefighters are affected by this too. It's just everyone involved. It's just a tragic situation. Now it says a monster that keeps attacking. The Thomas Fire is notable not just for its destructiveness, but also for how it has continued to threaten communities for nearly 2 weeks. First in Ventura and Santa Paula, and then in Ojai, and now the Santa Barbara coast. And the winds pushing the flames this weekend, it could ultimately grow larger than the epic Santiago Canyon fire. The 1889 Santiago Canyon fire scorched 300,000 acres in Orange, Riverside, and San Diego counties. The Thomas Fire is still going and potentially could exceed that 300,000 acre estimate, said John Keeley, a research ecologist with the U.S. Geological Survey and a adjunct professor at UCLA. It could end up being the biggest fire, he said. The official California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection list of the top 20 wildfires dates back to only 1932, so that's what I thought. The official California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection list of the top 20 wildfires dates back to only 1932, like I thought, because records before then are less reliable, the department says. It says the largest fire on the list is in 2003 Cedar Fire, which burned more than 273,000 acres and killed 15 people. Now here's a list of those largest California wildfires in history. You see here the Cedar fire back in 2003 in San Diego County burnt over 273,000 acres, like we just said. Now the Rush fire of 2012 in Laysan County burnt over 271 acres. Now you can see where Thomas is at this point as of today. It is currently burning over 270,000 and still burning. So as you can see, it's very, very possible that it may unfortunately become the largest wildfire in California history, and you can see the rest of them here. Now, it says winds keep the fire advancing. It says winds have been the biggest factor in the Thomas fire spread. It's rare for a fire to last this long, threatening homes for 3 straight weeks, and it's supposed to go on for about another 2 weeks. For all the firefighters on the lines, they say they've been powerless to stop the fire when powerful Santa Ana winds start blowing. He says wind gusts have topped 60 miles an hour at several points during the firefight. It says the winds have decreased, but then come roaring back. Like this weekend, that's when more homes burned in Montecito. Keeley notes that the Thomas fire is a real anomaly because it is tied to an unusually long Santa Ana wind event. He goes on to say that normally when we get a strong Santa Ana wind event, it lasts 2 or 3 days, and then the winds die down, and the fire is then contained, Keeley said. But the fire is occurring during Santa Ana wind event that apparently isn't even over yet. The longer the Santa Ana winds blow, the larger the fires grow. That's an important characteristic of the Thomas fire. So as you can see, I mean, this thing, you know, unfortunately it's going to keep growing over the next couple weeks, and that's just not good news. Like it's just a crazy, destructive event, and you know, I'm going to keep you guys updated on this every day if I have to, because unfortunately this thing keeps growing larger, and you know, it's just tragic. And my thoughts and prayers again go out to everyone that's been affected by this fire. But yeah, I'm going to leave this one there today. But again, I'm going to be updating probably every day until they get this thing under control. So be sure to check back for that. And thanks for watching these videos and supporting the channel. You know, I appreciate every single one of you. Be sure to share, like, subscribe, and comment down below. I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.